My day starts really early, trying to figure out where we're going to distribute staff to cover our patient population. So, where does each staff member need to be? And I'm doing that before I ever leave my house in the morning. A little bit like little fires everywhere, and then we hit the ground running with patients. Seeing patients and figuring out plans for them, helping to problem solve with our staff is a lot of what I end up doing. So it's a lot of resource connection, it's a lot of working with staff in complex situations and, responding to patient situations too. I've responded to a code situation just about a week and a half ago that I wasn't really anticipating doing, but the team did a tremendous job. And I'm so happy this morning because yesterday afternoon he actually ended up going to an acute rehab facility. So he did incredibly well. Like, those are the kinds of things that you want to remember, you want to focus on. So that was a good one to start the day with, to know that he walked out the door and is going to rehab and on his way to recovery. Being able to demonstrate an impact on a patient. So, with an average length of stay of 4 days, you get a really short glimpse of a patient's life. And if you can make some level of impact on them, you've made a difference. So those are the things you have to hold on to. Like the story that I just talked about, I had spent some time with that family right after the cardiac arrest, and it kind of reminds you why you do what you do, because those are the things that you're trained for. Those are the things that are really the human side of what you do. And so, being able to be with them and support them in what was probably one of the most traumatic moments of their lives, and then seeing the opposite outcome, seeing what a great outcome was for him. And, there's cases like that. It doesn't always feel good, the work that you're doing, but you have to hold on to the ones that you feel like, I've made an impact there. I've spent time with that person and I connected with them in a very human way. And hopefully they remember that interaction. Oh, tremendously. So we have the Helping Hands Fund, which, I don't think people realize the impact in the community. Even pre-pandemic, individuals who are uninsured or underinsured, even being able to access medications. And most people don't think about kids. Like, kids are kind of a heart-pulling thing, and we have a lot of kids that are uninsured, and being able to make sure they get medications, that they have medical equipment that they need. We see kids who need nebulizers, and more and more we're seeing complexity in our children, and so we're going to continue to see more needs as we increase with the children we interact with. So having that ability to help people is something we can't do alone. We help with medications, we help with transportation, people getting to, we just had someone who needed to get to a domestic violence shelter in Perry County. And that was the closest location that could help in this situation. And we got that individual to that shelter. And those little things that people don't hear about make a huge difference for our patients.